Wait, hold up. You're about to discover why Japanese people live to 84 years old on average, making them the longest living people on the entire planet. But here's the mind-blowing part. It's got absolutely nothing to do with what you think it does. Forget everything you've heard about green tea and fish. I'm talking about 7 jaw-dropping secrets that even your doctor doesn't know about. And I guarantee these next 18 minutes will completely transform how you think about aging, health, and what it really takes to live a ridiculously long life. Think you know what makes people live longer? Think again. What I'm about to share with you will flip everything you believed upside down. Okay, so here's my story. I spent 3 months in Japan last year, expecting to find some magical superfood or ancient meditation practice. You know what I found instead? Pure genius hiding in the most ordinary daily habits. Let's bust some myths right now. Myth number 1. Japanese people live longer because they eat sushi and drink green tea. The average Japanese person eats sushi maybe once a month. And here's what actually happens. Their longevity comes from something so simple, you'll kick yourself for not knowing it sooner. Myth number 2. It's all about genetics. When Japanese people move to America and adopt our lifestyle, their life expectancy drops by 7 years. It's not their DNA, it's their daily habits that we're about to decode. Myth number 3. They just have better healthcare. Japan spends way less on healthcare per person than we do in America. So what's their secret weapon? Stick with me, because I'm about to reveal 7 game-changing discoveries that will make you rethink everything. Here's the first game-changing discovery that'll blow your mind. Picture this. You're at Olive Garden with unlimited breadsticks, and your Japanese friend suddenly puts down their fork when they're only 80% full. You're thinking, what's wrong with you? There's still food on your plate. But here's what's actually happening in their body. They call it Hara Hachi Bu. And it's like having a built-in health hack that automatically prevents overeating. Think of your stomach like your phone battery. Most Americans charge it to 100% every meal, but Japanese people stop at 80%. The science behind this is absolutely insane. When you eat until you're 100% full, your body goes into overdrive mode, like revving your car engine in the red zone every single day. But when you stop at 80%, your digestive system works like a well-oiled machine instead of a stressed-out factory. Dr. Bradley Wilcox studied Okinawan centenarians for 25 years and found they consume 10 to 20% fewer calories than Americans. But here's the kicker. They have 5 times fewer heart attacks and live 7 years longer on average. It's like the difference between driving your car gently for 300,000 miles versus flooring it every day and wondering why it breaks down at 100,000 miles. But wait, it gets absolutely insane. Most people think this means eating tiny portions, but Japanese people actually eat more meals per day. They just eat smaller amounts each time. It's like having multiple healthy snacks instead of 3 massive feasts. Have you ever noticed how you feel after Thanksgiving dinner versus after a light lunch? That sluggish, I need a nap feeling is your body screaming for help. Japanese people avoid that feeling every single day. Now here's where it gets mind-bendingly interesting. While Americans are paying $50 a month for gym memberships they never use, Japanese people discovered something that costs $0 and works better than any fitness program. They walk. But not how you think. Picture the average American's day: car to work, elevator to office, sit for 8 hours, car home, couch until bedtime. Total steps? Maybe 3,000 if we're lucky. Now imagine a typical Japanese person: walk to train station, stand on train, walk to office, take stairs, walk to lunch, walk to meetings, walk home from station. They're hitting 8,000, 12,000 steps without even trying. Here's the plot twist. They're not doing intense cardio or CrossFit. They're just moving their bodies the way humans were designed to move. Consistently, gently, all day long. Think Netflix's algorithm versus YouTube Shorts. Netflix gives you steady, consistent entertainment for hours. YouTube Shorts give you quick hits that leave you wanting more, but ultimately unsatisfied. Japanese walking is like Netflix for your cardiovascular system. Steady, sustainable, and incredibly effective. The data shockers will absolutely blow your mind. Japanese people have 50% fewer cases of heart disease than Americans. Their average resting heart rate is 10 beats per minute lower. They maintain muscle mass well into their 80s. But here's what nobody tells you. This isn't just about physical health. Walking releases BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. It's like Miracle-Gro for your brain cells. While Americans are losing brain volume as they age, Japanese seniors are literally growing new neural connections daily. Your average Japanese 70-year-old walks more in a week than most Americans walk in a month. And they're not suffering through it. They're living their normal life. You think that was shocking? Prepare to have your world rocked. This next one will make you question everything you thought you knew about stress. Everyone thinks Japanese people are stressed out from their intense work culture, right? Wrong. Here's what's really happening. While Americans are stressed about being stressed, Japanese people have mastered something called controlled stress. It's like the difference between lifting weights at the gym, good stress that makes you stronger, versus being stuck in traffic, bad stress that destroys your health. You're at Starbucks, stressed about a work deadline, scrolling through Instagram, drinking your fourth coffee, checking your phone every 30 seconds. Your stress hormones are through the roof. Meanwhile, a Japanese person facing the same deadline is practicing something called forest bathing or Shinrin-yoku. They spend 20 minutes in nature, not hiking, not exercising, just being there. The science behind this sounds crazy, but stick with me. Trees release chemicals called phytoncides. When you breathe them in, your cortisol, stress hormone, drops by 50% in just 15 minutes. It's like nature's Xanax, but better because there are zero side effects. Data that will absolutely destroy your mind. Japanese stress-related illness rates are 60% lower than Americans. Their average cortisol levels throughout the day remain stable, while ours spike and crash like a roller coaster. They sleep an average of 23 minutes longer per night. But wait, here's the most shocking part. They don't try to eliminate stress. They transform it into fuel. Think of stress like fire. Americans let it burn out of control and destroy everything. Japanese people contain it and use it to cook their food, warm their homes, and light their way. Same fire, completely different results. Toyota workers in Japan report higher job satisfaction and lower burnout rates than American workers, despite working similar hours. The difference? They view stress as temporary weather, not permanent climate. Have you ever felt that feeling when you're worried about worrying? Japanese people skip that entire cycle. You think that was amazing? Wait until you hear this. While Americans are becoming more isolated every year, spending more time on social media but feeling lonelier than ever, Japanese people cracked the code on something called Ikigai and Moai. Ikigai is like having your personal mission statement tattooed on your soul. It's your reason for getting up every morning. But here's what most people get wrong about it. It's not some grand world-changing purpose. For most Japanese people, it's incredibly simple. One 90-year-old man's Ikigai? Making the perfect bowl of ramen for his neighborhood. A 85-year-old woman's Ikigai? Tending her small garden and sharing vegetables with neighbors. Think Hollywood blockbuster versus indie film. Americans think purpose has to be massive and dramatic. Japanese people know that small, meaningful contributions create the most fulfilling life. Now here's where it gets absolutely insane with Moai. Imagine having 4 or 5 friends who've committed to supporting you for life. Not just, let's grab coffee sometime, friends. I'm talking about people who'll show up at 2 a.m. if you need them, who celebrate your wins like they're their own, who'll tell you the truth, even when it's hard to hear. Picture being 75 years old in America versus being 75 years old in Japan. In America, you might be isolated, watching TV alone, maybe seeing family on holidays. In Japan, you're part of a Moai group that meets weekly, travels together, shares meals, and genuinely cares about your well-being. The health data will blow your mind. Japanese people with strong Moai connections live an average of 7 years longer. Their rates of depression and anxiety are 40% lower. They maintain cognitive function better as they age. But here's the plot twist. This isn't just about having friends. It's about having purpose within a community. It's like being part of a team where everyone has a vital role, versus being a spectator watching life happen. Harvard's 80-year longevity study found that good relationships keep us happier and healthier. But Japanese people figured this out centuries ago and built it into their culture. You know that feeling when you're surrounded by people but still feel alone? Japanese people eliminated that feeling entirely through intentional community building. Before I reveal the final secrets, what do you think happens when you eat a meal in 5 minutes versus 20 minutes? Most people think it's just about digestion, but what I'm about to tell you will completely change how you eat forever. While Americans are speed eating in their cars, at their desks, or in front of Netflix, Japanese people turn every meal into a mindful ceremony. And the biological changes this creates are absolutely incredible. Picture this. You're at a Japanese family dinner. First, they say, "Itadakimasu," which means, "I gratefully receive." Then they eat slowly, putting their chopsticks down between bites, actually tasting their food. Compare that to your last meal. Did you even taste it, or were you scrolling through your phone thinking about work, basically unconscious while shoving food in your mouth? Here's what's happening in your body during mindful eating. Your vagus nerve, the rest and digest nerve, activates. Your stomach produces the right amount of digestive enzymes. Your brain receives proper satiety signals. Your stress hormones decrease. It's like upgrading your body's operating system from Windows 95 to the latest iPhone. When people eat the exact same meal, but one group eats it mindfully and the other group eats it while distracted, the mindful eaters absorb 40% more nutrients and feel satisfied with smaller portions. But wait, there's more insanity. Japanese meals are presented like art. They use smaller plates, multiple colors, various textures. Your brain thinks you're eating more food when it's beautifully presented, so you feel satisfied faster. It's like the difference between drinking a $5 bottle of wine from the bottle versus sipping a $15 bottle of wine from a proper glass. Same alcohol content, completely different experience and satisfaction level. Americans who adopted Japanese eating rituals lost an average of 15 pounds in 6 months without changing what they ate, just how they ate it. Most people stop here, but you're not most people. Here's the final secret that ties everything together. Radio Taiso, Japan's national morning exercise that 6.3 million people do every single day. Imagine if every American started their day with 6 minutes of gentle movement, deep breathing, and positive intention. Instead, we start with checking our phones, stress-inducing news, and rushing out the door already exhausted. Radio Taiso is like a system reboot for your entire body and mind. It's broadcast on national radio at 6:30 a.m., and people from ages 3 to 103 do it together in parks, schools, and workplaces. It's so simple that anyone can do it, but so effective that it activates every major muscle group, improves circulation, and sets a positive tone for the entire day. Final data that will absolutely shock you. Japanese people who do Radio Taiso have 23% fewer sick days. Their energy levels remain stable throughout the day. They sleep better at night because they started the day with intentional movement. Now you possess knowledge most people will never have. Here's your immediate action checklist. Here are 5 methods you can start using today. 1. The 80% rule. Stop eating when you're 80% full. Set a timer for 20 minutes and eat slowly until you feel satisfied, not stuffed. 2. The walking integration. Park farther away, take stairs, walk during phone calls. Add 2,000 steps to your daily routine without dedicated exercise time. 3. The 5-minute forest bath. Spend 5 minutes outside daily, preferably near trees. Just breathe and be present. 4. The mindful meal. Choose 1 meal per day to eat without distractions. Phone away, TV off, just focus on your food. 5. The morning movement. Do 3 minutes of gentle stretching or movement first thing in the morning. You'll notice energy changes within a week, sleep improvements within 2 weeks, and significant health changes within 90 days. While your friends are still wondering why they feel tired all the time, you're already implementing the same longevity secrets that helped an entire nation become the healthiest people on Earth. You're now part of the exclusive group who understands that longevity isn't about expensive supplements or extreme diets. It's about small, consistent daily practices that compound over time. Remember, you've already invested 20 minutes learning these life-changing secrets. The Japanese have been using these methods for generations. And now you have the roadmap to add years to your life and life to your years. The question isn't whether these methods work, it's whether you'll use them. You now have the power to transform your health using the same secrets that made Japan the longest living nation on Earth. Now go live like you mean it.